This is very interesting. OG.
This is not an angle that Tofu is likely to expect here.
Watch out for that dead shot from Ari.
Oh, he's in trouble.
Now he sees him. The slows are there. Illusory Orb and Seb on the other side to block. Only question is who is getting the first blood? Blood grenade as well, and it will be Seb on the Crystal Medine. First blood for you.
What often happens in these kind of lanes is that the carry, in this case the Void, will just be starved for regen. So you're going to have to start spending gold on the tangos for maybe both Seb and TIMADO, because they're just going to constantly put pressure on him with Battle Hunger, with Flame Break. In this case, Tofu will even be adding a little bit more insult to injury here. We'll see who comes out on top of this exchange. Very awkward situation, but both teams
Someone's dying here. Tofu doing a lot of damage on his way out. Time dilation slows him down, but the time walk into the bash.
This is ramping up quite rapidly now, right? Axe is doubling him up. Axe also very good at farming stacks.
Seb's making his way over here. Gets the frostbite. Ari's making his way there too. Quinn, I think, pretty much resigned to his death. Illusory Orb is going to be there, but BZM gets the better of him in the end, and now Tofu's in a lot of trouble. Coil's going to be expended. He's trying to take out BZM, but just out of reach. He's going to pop the Fairy Fire on BZM as well. Illusory Orb not going to clip the Bat Rider, but Tofu will eventually drop. It's going to be at the cost of Tofu, or Ari, I should say.
Uh-oh.
As BZM now, another Illusory Orb dodges the Blood Grenade. That's the Bounty Rune. Is gonna likely survive now, unless that range creep grows very long arms. Seb and BZM will both get away together, hand in hand.
It's been very difficult for teams to win the lanes so convincingly on raw CS that the kill score at this point being this way is not a clear advantage for the team with the kills, but
forcing the time walk as Dyrachyo making his way over now, knowing that TIMADO does not have his Chronosphere either. He is chopped to the ground.
Donk him up.
And Ari looks to be next on the list. He actually is level 6, so does pop, pierce the veil. But eventually he will end up dropping as well. And the only question is, will it be another culling stack? Yes.
Like they talked about in the panel, very aggressive, very mobile carry player.
All right, tower finally does die. Coil onto 2 as the Axe makes his rotation over, but Quinn taking a ton of damage. Whisper gets off the primal split. A dead Leshrac again. Seb will be the trade for now. And now Ace on the run. Illusory Orb clips 2. TIMADO even makes his way over as well as Ace trying to get off the call, but not going to find anyone. Ends up dying. Dyrachyo with a time. Okay. Time lapse did go off, but now the Chronosphere comes in, getting all 3 teammates in the area. But it results in a kill anyway. So Dyrachyo drops in addition.
And this will be a really good timing on the Blink Blade Mill as a result here with the phase. Master.
They have the damage. Primal split does go off. And Whisper, oh man, the Pulse Nova is ripping right through him. Still sticking around though. Gets one more stun with the Earth Panda as TIMADO comes in. Time dilation as well. More TPs coming in. Ace is ready, but the Chronosphere comes out. They have the damage to actually kill off the Lash. It's going to be close. TIMADO has the Tomahawk away, but they do get the kill first as BZM gets basically soloed by Ace. Now Tofu in the midst of a TP, but gets right-clicked into Oblivion. Lone survivor is Seb for OG.
Sure, they do get him in the end, but TIMADO needs to expend the entire chrono, and then there's no escape path afterwards, and Weaver is easily going to clean that one up, and OG cannot be happy with this development. And the kill score looks even, but this game
not
is
over yet, apparently. Whisper dies again, close to his tier 2 tower. Seb gets off a decent ult with the coil being applied to several heroes. Might be the death of Celery, although he's living through it with the Nature's Attendance. And now Seb might pay the ultimate price. Ace comes in with another taunt, and down goes the Crystal Maiden. Oh, nice silence, though. Waning Rift is enough to get the right clicks off onto Dyrachyo.
This is only going to get worse, you would imagine.
Feels like old classic Ace from last year.
Yeah, that's...
As recently, it's not just Ace, of course, but Gaimin Gladiators. Okay, the call comes in, and the damage is more than enough. Gracious me, oh my. Ari will get out, but they lose a valuable member again from OG's side. Coil comes in from BZM, but more of a defensive measure, it feels like. The flame break from Tofu, trying to cover Quinn a bit here. He's taking a lot of damage, though.
He's
gets pushed back. Pulse Nova starting to rip through them, but he dies anyway. 1 for 2 in favor of Gaimin for the time being.
Of course, the Steam and Huerta also largely magical, so This is going to allow him to play way more aggressively. Oh, man, TIMADO.
Oh, TIMADO has to use Chrono. Oh.
Yeah. Is he even living from this? I guess he can find a path to his base. Tofu's close. Oh, he's fucked.
Call, chop. Goodbye, TIMADO. Ace.
All right, here we go again.
Call comes in. Dead shot, though, but the split earth is there to layer, and the chop. Actually, I couldn't tell if the chop was completely successful or not. Either way, the kill goes the way of Gaimin again. Ari now flame broken and lassoed. Looking for the call. Oh, yeah, that feels good.
Draws all attention to himself.
Seb, you have died.
Also drawing attention to himself.
You have died, young man. Oh, wait a second. TIMADO comes in with a double chrono, trying to focus down the edge, but that's a little bit slow. Dead shot with the coil. And it looks like OG will punish this move from Gaimin. It's almost like trying to kick an addiction. You really have to keep going for those calls, Cinder. It doesn't matter if you know if it's a bait. You know you have to do it. Something in your head is telling you so. As Seb, well, they get the dust off, the silence from the calling.
Very good calling.
And is that going to be enough to kill off the Weaver? Indeed.
Great
so it only cost them Seb.
It's going to do more than that, huh? I know the dead shot clipped Duracho in the end, but I'm surprised he didn't do more of a dent into TIMADO there with the items that he has.
Yep, dead shot.
Ace.
Now on to Ace.
It's tanky.
Already at half HP is TIMADO closing the gap. Has the chrono, of course, will use it. The rest of his team will walk into it as they do.
Awkward.
Very poorly played there as Ace now calls, looking for a potential chop, but TIMADO time walks away. Ace was using the Bloodstone there. The coil's going to snap. And he's still very tanky, but eventually OG gets what they came for. TIMADO, though, lassoed and soloed essentially by Tofu. Really unfortunate death if you're an OG fan. And they lost Brew somewhere along the lines here.
Yeah, Ari's in trouble too. He's going to get scouted out and Yuled. Reinforcements are arriving via the Weaver. He will Yule again.
Tofu is
very dead.
Owning. He is actually owning on this support bat.
TIMADO, but the protection is there from Ari.
Okay.
This will be another long chase
coming in.
It feels like.
Seller's in the vicinity as well. TIMADO has to be careful. The counter Helix is owning him right now as Seb with a bit of a zoning ult. They're just trying to keep their distance from Ace, but they really want to kill him as Tofu gets the initiation again onto the Void. Yule's up into the air, though. Is this enough damage? Yes. TIMADO dies again. And guess who's still alive? Ace. They couldn't finish the job.
Okay, if your Axe can do this, imagine if the team is there from the beginning, right? He literally played 1v4
chop
for 10 seconds.
10
still didn't die.
Stacks.
No, it's just his conditions are just bad, right? I don't think TIMADO's played a particularly bad game. It's just really difficult.
TIMADO's a very good player. He's very attractive as well. That's probably more important for pro players these days. Is Seb caught off guard. He's going to go down. It'll be the trade for Tofu.
Shortest lasso in history.
Yeah, the lasso doesn't last too long there as Ace pops the Bloodstone. Whisper. Primal split. Split Earth, though, coming in from Quinn. Chop number 1 from Ace. Into a call.
Crossing the map, 5-man smoke. They obviously know where OG are because nobody's defending base. So there's only really one place OG can be. And this is the all-in
Roche.
Last ditch effort.
Roche is Wade. This is going to be okay.
This fight is really hard.
Smoke. BZM with a nice waning rift into coil onto 2. Looks like Seb is going to be the sacrifice again, although TIMADO coming in with a nice chrono onto 3 heroes. Be able to take out Tofu to start. Now trying to focus down the Weaver. Silenced up and down goes Duracho. No buyback. As Ari left all alone now. Will be surrounded, eventually brought down, it seems. As the Pulse Nova will be able to get the kill. Get the tier 3. As Seb, now, lassoed. What number chop is this, Cinderin?
9.
13. Good try.
Yeah.
As if you have not been watching.
Oh, sorry. I can't count.
Understandable. We already have an upgraded Yules as the Berserker call from Ace. No chop this time. Too much damage. Damage overload for him. Just like that, it's a 5 versus 2, not including the Aegis or the Cheese. EZM and TIMADO, the last remaining members of OG. The Chronosphere onto 3 heroes into 0 damage. pretty much been the story of the game as GG is called. So Gaimin with a much needed win. Should point that out again. OG coming into this 3-1, so they've been doing extremely well, whereas Gaimin getting off to a very bad start, uncharacteristic for them, 1-3. So now 2-3. Dorocha we're seeing playing the sniper in this safe lane. He's going to be accompanied by the old Tusk versus the Mag Disruptor. Another interesting lane.
Not that stereotypical of a Dorocha here. I'm actually surprised to see that he is platinum tier on it in Dota Plus, because that,
nice timing.
He needs more practice, I guess.
Oh my god. All right, first blood to Whisper. Great start for OG.
I wonder if this lane would have been harder against Sniper, as a matter of fact, as it stands right now. Not sure.
Tough to say. Both are pretty not great.
Not enjoying life on the Sniper. Yeah. I'll tell you that much.
Well, not having an escape mechanism of any kind is a bit of an annoyance. Celery is kind of that for him. As the Shockwave will connect, Dorocha, he's going to be found. Snowball a little bit too late. Celery now completely outnumbered on his retreat. Seb has made his way over. BZM also joining the party. Celery will get destroyed to BZM.
Yeah, the difference between this and game number 1 is in game 1, they also had a good amount of kills, but were just losing on raw laning. In this case, just going a little bit better for OG overall.
They kill him again here. There's still 3 members.
Oh boy.
Rolling Boulder, not going to fully connect, but they still have the damage. TP coming in. It's going to be too late. Dorocha resigned to his death. Quinn gets glimpsed away. Oh man, well, he can go back to farming and say, hey, I tried to help out. For next tournament, can we make this off-screen little picture-in-picture say walk of shame for this specific instance when this happens? Is a balance strike only on the one from Quinn. Telekinesis as Celery coming in. Help take out Ari.
Get on the board at least, but look who is back.
Oh boy. Level 3 sniper. You've seen this in your pubs before, and it's looking just as pathetic as you remember. As Whisper gets the right click.
Oh boy.
7-1.
Might want to glimpse the healing salve instead in a moment.
Quinn showing up. Seb's going to get the Nightmare. Celery takes it off instantly. Tofu making his way over as well as BZM coming to the party. Jingu is going to connect, but the RP onto 3 heroes. Blood grenade onto 3 heroes as well. Even more important. That gets taken out first by Quinn, though. Glimpse out onto him. Gets another Jingu but he falls in the end. 2 for 2. Lots of action early on as Dorocha, basically a creep at this level of the game, showing up, tickling everyone. They're laughing their way to the farm as Tofu gets skewered by Whisper, and now Dorocha tried to help his team, but he's just gonna die again. Can he deny himself on the creeps? No, because he is a creep, and creeps can't deny other creeps Cinderin. That is, there's no way that's actually true, but point taken. Whisper finds a nice skewer onto Ace, gets off a Ravage, hitting 4 heroes with the Wukong's command from Quinn.
That was so
Boundless
close.
Strike, not going to do too much.
Oh boy.
The no kills coming for Gaimin, and now they're going to get initiated on by BZM. Gets off the Magnetize as well. Quinn's ult's about to run out. He's going to take a Brain Sap as a snowball. Focusing onto BZM, but Quinn is going to die. And Celery will be next on the list. OG just waiting out. I mean, that was a beautiful Ravage into Wukong's, but just not enough damage at this stage.
Not an easy game to play on Gaimin Gladiators, and we've not even unlocked the Fiend script yet, and we haven't seen Static Storm. So there's some big spells yet to come for OG to make it even easier. Nightmare on Nightmare action here. Everybody's asleep. Tofu will take the rune.
That's going to get some backup, though. Roll in, but Static Storm applied to the Monkey King. Ari. It's some very valuable right clicks from below, and Quinn just horribly outnumbered. As now the grip comes online for Seb. Should result into the kill onto Tofu as well. So Gaimin just not able to get anything going for themselves. A lot of viewers in the chat having PTSD with this one.
is under attack.
Sniper's in there. Pubs as the RP finds him. And that'll be death number 6.
Maybe a lot of viewers feeling like they could be a pro. 'Cause this is how they play snipe. All right, that was unnecessarily rude to Duracho. Because again, this is honestly okay. Hang on.
Yeah, hold your horses.
Whisper has no time for.
All right, puts Ace on the cliff. Very classic stuff. And a static storm now applied to several heroes. See Quinn just trying to brush it off. He's going to get snowballed, which actually cancels the grip. Quinn gets off his Wukong's command. Whisper getting really low, but Nightmare to save him just a little bit. Another skewer, almost clipping all of them, but the damage is enough either way for OG. Ace still stuck up there, that fat, juicy watermelon. Finally, Whisper's reign comes to an end via Duracio's right click. How he does enough damage to kill something other than a creep. It's incredible, in fact, as Ace. This will take a while, but TIMADO and company will claim the watermelon. 4 for 1.
What was it, 38 minutes? It took Gaimin that one? Something like that?
I don't know what the average game time is, but feels like it's more than that.
OG trying to beat that record in this one.
Yeah, for sure. ZM, all right. Oh my God.
Beautiful.
RP onto 3 heroes. Waveform completely misses. Ravage to follow from Ace, though. Actually doing a lot of damage. They're going to be able to take out Whisper and the Bane. As you can see, 4 heroes very low for Gaimin Gladiators. They try to run away. The Magnetize gets 1, make it 2. And BZM and company able to eventually clean up. It was looking a bit hairy for them, but this net worth lead is no joke. Ace stuck inside the kinetic field. Triple kill for TIMADO. If Gaimin can just hold on, Cinder, a little bit longer.
Then what?
2 of the best high ground defenders in the game.
Sniper
and yes, correct.
Yeah, Tusk almost has Ags. He just needs 4,140 gold.
Yeah, that, like I said, they have to hold on for that point.
Ace.
And Ace gets quite low, but will survive. TIMADO, though, going to take out Duracio with ease. Turns into Monkey King. Quinn's going to pop the BKB. Ravage comes through. It's going to be enough to take out Whisper, though, but Quinn ends up dropping anyway. 3 for 1. Make it 4. And Ace, the only survivor for Gaimin, and they're going to start losing some buildings now.
An allegory is a story poem.
Oh, allegory. You didn't say allegory. You said algory. It's like, is that a form of algae? Like, I don't understand.
This game is filled with algae. Quinn is in trouble.
It's off the BKB. Boundless Strike. BZM is in a lot of trouble. Actually gets punched into the air, and down he goes.
Okay. That's the start of something.
A glimmer of hope from Gaimin. They need to do that 10 more times to get back in this game. 4 versus 5 now.
Oh, that's a good
Static Storm. Is that going to be enough to save Seb as TIMADO going to the back line? RP comes in as well. Already 2 dead for Gaimin. Wukong's command is going to be no more thanks to the skewer, but the Ravage there into the double Boundless Strike. Whisper's going to fall. TIMADO looks to be next. Gets off the Hurricane Pike, waveform through. Spirit Vessel still applied as Quinn trying to get some right clicks, but no, he falls first. TIMADO triple kill now, focusing on the Watermelon Man. The Conda applies as well as the buyback from Rubik coming now. Is TIMADO on the high ground trying to TP out? Will be fine.
Wow. All right.
Okay.
I mean, valiant effort for Gaimin. The fact that they can even find a draw is very admirable.
Is that an allegory for something?
No. We have a tree being glimpsed. He will BKB.
Let's see. Well,
I'm not going to let him jump, though. BZM is on his tail. Okay, he's in there.
He wants to run very deep. My goodness, gets off the Magnetize. Already half HP. RP comes in, hitting several heroes with the skewer into the Static Storm. And the waveform finishes them off in style. It's going to cost them the life of the Magnus, but that is well worth it. That was a disgusting combo. As TIMADO gonna farm the sniper and get the rampage in the fountain. Oh my goodness, this really does feel like a pub. Very interesting. Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
You're welcome. Oh, they found him.
Oh, Mr. Monkey King. Quinn inside the Static Storm, gets off the BKB, focusing on TIMADO. He gets on the outskirts, though. Double 4-step, he's fine. As Quinn is not so fine. BZM will drop him real hard. And Ace inside that kinetic field. Enchant used on Quinn, who just bought back, trying to have a last stand kind of situation here. BZM, nice Nightmare from Seb. as TIMADO really wanting those 30 kills. BZM steals one, though, as a pause comes out from Whisper.
Owen ready. And Gaimin already.
All right, the only interesting thing left is if TIMADO will get 30 kills, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a dieback onto Quinn if he's not careful, and he's not careful. He has died.
Oh, BGM is just not
RP,
giving two shits.
Shockwave to follow. TIMADO. Oh, that's 29. One more for you, TIMADO. Go into the fountain. It is a tie. This can be a little difficult.
30 bombs are a thing in CS.
Yes, I get them all the time, Syndra, and losses. Of course, as Ace is going to get a nice Ravage. He's all alone, though. Skewer back. They're not calling GG. Good sportsmanship from Gaimin, trying to give him that 30 bomb. And it is there. 31 and 13 for TIMADO on this Morphling. Beast mode enabled.
And Gaimin Gladiators announced their team name in all chat. And it is over.
It is over. Game number 2 goes to OG. And that's a Gaimin level shellacking.
That was a total stomp. Holy.
Yes.